Slam in a performance. I first met Cochran downstairs in the utility room of the First Presbyterian Church in West Addison. He had a head like a mushmelon, a huge petrified mushmelon with beady pig-like eyes floating in two spoon scoops above a withered cucumber snout, all stuck onto a fleshy beer-barreled torso with creamy elongated gourds flapping out of the shirt sleeves. I didn't like looking at him. And I liked him less when he opened his mouth. He was a bar fight ready to break glass over some petty incident. I thought, look, I can see from the crooked direction of your nose that you've mixed it up a little. Well, don't be fooled. I have too. Push me to too far and I'll push back into the grandstand postures and the 2x4 equalizers that can lay a hunk of human meat down with no avenue out. After my nights out there mixing bad blood, at least I had the sense to twist the bones back into a position presentable for public viewing. You and your broken mug still broadcast trouble. It was a testimony to how little we know about life's undercurrent of irony. Cochran and his mushmelon self became my cosmic buddy, my spiritual pilot, my take-home dinner of how one-on-one can sometimes be raised to the ultimate power, and that's okay because when the beady eyes soften in their ivory mist and the cut lips turn into a Frenchman's pout, Old Man Cochran takes on the aura of a grease monkey Buddha, a one-line puncher God can't stop laughing at. He who made the heavens made this upside-down character from time to time almost as divine as the tears rolling down an old man's cheek. Whenever Cochran and I glutted coffee at the Nugget discussing the conditions of the universe, the topic always eventually swung back to his kids and the fucked up society he had to raise them in. I could relate. My generation and his went through families and marriages and kids like toilet paper. Wipe it, throw it away. Houses, cars, toaster ovens, families. Cochran's oldest suffered the most. The girls found their way through the mess via their mother, but Buck, the oldest, had taken too many hits. And all the amends, all the money, all the advice, all the after-the-fact guidance fixed nothing. Cochran watched his life resurface like a beer can bobbing in a river, and he was helpless to do anything about it. Here's one of the dumbest things I ever did. I still don't know what I had between my ears to think that this was something a father should do. I guess I wanted a kid to experience life in the raw or some goofed up shit like that. It's hard to think back on this now. Am I boring you? Okay, it ain't that horrible. It's just one of those things that sticks. There's this apartment building at the end of the block, a 12-flat, not a real low-down, bombed-out dump, but a place where transients come and go, a few hellos and no goodbyes. It's Saturday morning, summertime. The squads are spinning their tops parked sideways in the wrong direction down the one-way street. The wife and the kids are bunched up on the porch with the nosy neighbors trying to get a good look at what's going down. It's bright outside. I remember that like it's today. Big clouds sailing across the blue sky, gorgeous. Reminds me of the night a car ran over a fire hydrant in front of the Swede's place. 2 a.m. and the whole neighborhood is out in their pajamas watching the water shoot up like a geyser. Same situation when old Fritz hung himself in the garage down the alley. These events put a stamp on me. Anyway, here's what I do on this beautiful day. I take the kid down to the corner to see the transient guy all beat up, bleeding on the stoop. He ain't dead, just drunk and busted up, but the kid, he's 6 years old. What's he thinking when he looks at this? I'll tell you what he's thinking. His imagination is thinking, I'm looking at death. And he don't even know what death is yet, but he's looking at it in his head, and whatever instincts his genes has got there about it. Death. 6 years old. I make him look at it. What the fuck is the matter with me? And you know now, that ain't the worst of it. Nope, not at all. Minor league. When he's older, I try apologizing. I'm gonna fix it all up, see? Repair the damage. Mr. Fix-It. Guess what? He don't remember. Don't remember a goddamn thing about it. Laughs it off. Laughs at me. Stuffed it. We all do that. Make a long story short, growing up, he's afraid of everything. And then when he gets into the dope and the booze, he goes off in the opposite direction. Every fucking evil shit you can imagine. God help somebody who thinks they know what they're doing. You get what I'm telling you? It's taken me a long time to understand Cochrane's logic. I went over to his apartment one afternoon, and there he was in the living room with 2 sledgehammers duct taped to the ends of an industrial broomstick, doing bench presses on the sofa. Why don't you just buy a set of weights or join a health club? I ain't that type. I don't join things. I don't want nobody looking into my business. I'm 56 years old. I ain't gonna be one of those high-class goofs riding a bicycle standing still. My old man would croak if he saw me at a health club. Your old man did croak. He croaked twice then. Cochrane's kid is in the music business, a showmaker, house parties, raves, underground concerts. He's busted out a few times, but he keeps fighting back. The kid won't quit. I give him that. He'll lay down and get depressed for a day like the rest of us. Waste a week away, maybe. Hey, I know you do it too, so don't pretend you don't. But the thing is you can't do that. I lost my place. But the thing is, you can only do that so long. Time runs out. He's 33 years old with nothing in the house to show